Canadian anthologies, and in full-length collections. He also operates a micropress and publishes chapbooks. The work he will be reading from today uses nursery rhymes to make political commentary. It is illustrated by Clelia Scala, hard name, and appeals to all ages, especially really smart kids who want to look at the world from more than one point of view and to question the status quo. So please welcome Stephen Cain.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to read from, I can say, Interpolation, which is my newest book from Book Thug. But I thought to start that I might read a little bit from a poem I wrote about my adolescence, about being a young person. And I wanted to write a poem about my adolescence. And I was trying to think, what did I do when I was a teenager? And I was like, well, I listened to a lot of Pink Floyd and Rush. I played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. Neither really a great topic for a poem, I thought. But then I also thought, okay, I played a lot of video games, and maybe that would be something I could talk about my youth and about masculinity and coming of age. And so I thought, yeah, okay. So I started to write a poem called Arcadian Suite. So arcades, but also Arcadia being the place in Greek mythology where the warriors go to die, where they are rewarded afterwards. And so I did these little portraits of various 1980s video games. And arcades in the 80s were not like they are now. I mean, they were much more like pool halls. You would go in and it would be filled with smoke and you could buy drugs, and it was kind of a seedy, dark place to go. It wasn't this clean sort of place that arcades are now. So it's got that sort of coming of age, darkness at the center of town kind of thing going through them. So I thought I'd read a couple from that as a way to get into talking about young adult writing. So it begins with an invocation, the idea that if the Arcadia, epic poetry, that they would usually start with an invocation to the muses. And so I thought, what would be a good muse for poems about video games? And I said, this is an invocation to Pauline. And Pauline, some of you may know, is the woman in the Donkey Kong video game that you need to rescue by climbing up, and Mario has to climb up all the things. So she's the muse figure. So an invocation to Pauline. Of wrists and whiteness I sing, a cathode, illuminating desires, played out against time idealized. These are the perils that I eyed, Daphne, Josie, and their friends, but above all the imprisoned, before peach or coronation, with a strawberry gloss as chaste as Princess Leia's lips. So then the first poem is a